For 20,000 years, the galaxy believed humanity was gone forever. Old history books spoke about humans as if they were only a legend. Most people laughed whenever they heard the name. Young cadets at the Galactic Academy thought the stories were made to scare children. They believed no human had survived the Great Void War. Far beyond the edge of known space, Station Orion quietly watched the endless darkness called the Void. Nothing had ever returned from that place. Every captain knew one rule: never go near the Void. One silent night, every alarm inside the station suddenly came alive. A weak signal appeared from deep inside the darkness. The operators quickly checked their systems. No known alien language matched the message. Even the station's advanced computers failed to understand it. The station commander ordered the ancient archive AI to examine the signal. For several long seconds, the room became completely silent. Then the old AI finally answered. Its calm voice suddenly changed. Warning: human military frequency detected. Everyone froze. The AI continued. Last recorded transmission, 20,000 years ago. No one spoke. No one even breathed. The signal slowly became stronger. Then every window facing the void turned black. Something enormous blocked the stars. At first, the crew believed it was a moving planet. Then thousands of blue lights appeared across its surface. One by one, ancient engines began to wake. The impossible object slowly moved out of the darkness. It was not an asteroid. It was not an alien fleet. It was a gigantic human warship. Its metal carried the scars of battles older than every living civilization. On its ancient hull, one word still remained bright: humanity. Then a deep voice echoed across every communication channel in the galaxy. Human flagship Aegis, returning from the void. Silence spread across the stars. The forgotten legends had just come home. The name Aegis spread across the galaxy faster than light. Within minutes, every news network stopped its normal broadcasts. Every screen showed the same picture. A giant human warship was slowly leaving the void. It did not fire a single weapon. It did not send another message. It simply moved forward as if nothing in the galaxy could stand in its way. Inside the Grand Galactic Council, fear filled the room. Some leaders wanted peace. Others demanded an attack before the ship came any closer. Finally, High Commander Zirin stood up. We cannot let an unknown warship enter our space. Send the first defense fleet. More than 500 warships jumped into the path of the ancient vessel. Their engines burned brightly as they surrounded Aegis from every direction. The fleet commander opened a communication channel. Unknown human ship. Stop immediately or we will open fire. No answer came. Only silence. The commander counted down. 3, 2, 1, fire. Thousands of missiles raced through space. Powerful plasma cannons lit up the darkness. The attack was strong enough to destroy an entire moon. Then something impossible happened. Every missile suddenly slowed down. Every energy beam faded into nothing. It was as if space itself had swallowed the attack. Not a single explosion touched the ancient hull. Aegis continued moving without changing its speed. Across the fleet, alarms suddenly rang. Every screen turned black. A single line of glowing white words appeared on every ship. Hostile action acknowledged. A second message followed. Threat level insignificant. The crew stared in complete silence. The ancient warship had not fired a weapon. It had only judged them. Then, deep inside the endless vessel, a sealed chamber unlocked for the first time in 20,000 years. A lone command chair slowly rose from the floor. Someone was about to wake up. Deep inside Aegis, hidden behind walls of ancient steel, a silent chamber slowly filled with soft blue light. For 20,000 years, nothing had moved there. Now, powerful machines came back to life. A transparent pod opened with a quiet hiss. Cold air drifted across the dark room. A man slowly opened his eyes. He wore an old human military uniform marked with 4 silver stars. His face showed no fear. He looked around as if he had only been asleep for one night. The ship's AI spoke gently. "Welcome back, Captain Elias Ward." The captain stood up. "Status report." The AI answered at once. "Mission duration, 20,017 years." For the first time, Surprise appeared on his face. He looked through the bridge window at unfamiliar stars. So much time. The AI continued. Mission successful. The void gate remained sealed. Human civilization not detected. The captain became completely still. Repeat that. No active human colonies found. Silence filled the bridge. Far away, the Galactic Council watched through hidden drones. They expected anger or panic. Instead, Captain Ward simply closed his eyes. He whispered one quiet sentence. "So we never made it home." Then he walked toward the captain's chair. The ancient systems recognized his voice instantly. Across the giant warship, millions of lights turned on together. Engines grew brighter. Hidden weapons unlocked. Thousands of forgotten defense systems awakened after 20,000 years. At the same moment, the Council searched its oldest records. One forgotten file finally appeared. Its title froze everyone in the room. Project Aegis, last human flagship. Below, it was a warning written by the last human government. If this ship ever returns, the enemy has returned with it. The Council members looked at one another in horror. Before anyone could speak, every long-range sensor detected something impossible, far beyond Aegis. The darkness inside the void began to move again. The darkness behind Aegis did not stay still. It slowly twisted like a living storm. Black clouds rolled across the stars, and the light around them disappeared. Every long-range sensor in the galaxy failed at the same time. Panic spread to the Galactic Council. Scientists checked their equipment again and again. Nothing was broken. The darkness itself was swallowing every signal. Captain Elias Ward stood quietly on the bridge of Aegis. His eyes remained fixed on the growing shadow. He had seen it before. He remembered the final battle. 20,000 years ago, humanity had not vanished because they lost a war. They vanished because they chose to stay behind. The last human fleet had sealed the void gate from the inside, trapping themselves with an enemy that could never be allowed to escape. Only one ship had been ordered to survive, Aegis. Its mission was simple. Sleep. Wait. Return only if the seal began to fail. The ship's AI suddenly spoke. "Captain, the void gate has lost 72% of its strength." Ward nodded slowly. "I feared this day would come." Across the galaxy, the Council opened the oldest hidden archives. Dust-covered records appeared on their screens. Every page carried the same symbol, the human flag. One final message from Earth's last leader began to play. "If you are hearing this, then humanity kept its promise. We gave our future, so yours could exist. Do not waste the time we bought for you." Silence filled the council chamber. For the first time in history, they understood the truth. Humanity had never abandoned the galaxy. Humanity had saved it. Before anyone could speak, every warning alarm inside Aegis turned red. The AI announced in a calm voice. Multiple contacts detected beyond the void. Thousands, then millions, unknown warships were emerging from the darkness. The war that ended 20,000 years ago had just begun again. The first enemy ship crossed the broken void gate without making a sound. It was larger than a moon. Its black armor absorbed every beam of light, making it look like a hole in space itself. Behind it came another ship, then another. Within minutes, millions of dark warships filled the edge of the galaxy. Every defense fleet rushed forward. Thousands of alien commanders believed they could stop the invasion before it spread. They were wrong. The first battle lasted less than 3 minutes. Energy cannons, plasma missiles, and gravity bombs struck the enemy fleet, but nothing slowed them down. One by one, the defending ships vanished in the clouds of fire. The Galactic Council watched in horror. Whole fleets disappeared from their screens. Captain Elias Ward stood silently on the bridge of Aegis. He had fought this enemy before. He knew their weakness. He placed one hand on the command console. AI unlocked Protocol Omega. For a moment, the entire warship became silent. Then every deck shook. Ancient doors opened deep inside the massive vessel. Weapons that had not been used for 20,000 years slowly came online. The AI announced, "Protocol Omega authorized. Humanity's final arsenal is ready." Along the side of Aegis, thousands of glowing rail cannons emerged from hidden armor. A circle of blue energy surrounded the ancient ship. The enemy fleet finally stopped advancing. For the first time, they recognized the human flagship. A strange signal came from the darkness. One sentence echoed across every communication channel. "The last Guardian still lives." Captain Ward looked toward the endless enemy armada. A small smile appeared on his face. "You remembered us after all." He pressed the fire command. A single blue beam crossed the battlefield. Space itself cracked apart. When the light disappeared, more than 10,000 enemy warships were simply gone. The entire galaxy fell silent, and the true power of humanity had finally returned. Silence covered the battlefield. No one celebrated. No one even spoke. The single shot from Aegis had erased thousands of enemy warships as if they had never existed. Every captain in the Galactic Alliance finally understood why humanity had once been called the Guardians of the Galaxy. But Captain Elias Ward did not smile. He knew that was only the first wave. The ship's AI displayed new readings across the bridge. "Warning, the Void Gate is collapsing. Main enemy fleet approaching." Ward looked at the numbers. Over 100 million enemy ships were still waiting beyond the gate. Even Aegis could not destroy them all. The only hope was to seal the void forever. He opened a channel to every world in the galaxy. His calm voice reached billions of people. 20,000 years ago, humanity made one promise. We would protect every civilization, even if no one remembered our name. Across thousands of planets, people listened in complete silence. Ward continued. "Today, I ask for only one thing. Lie without fear. Build a future better than ours." He ended the message and gave his final command. "AI, begin final protocol." The ancient ship answered. "Confirmed." Self-sacrifice sequence activated. Aegis accelerated towards a broken void gate. Every remaining Alliance fleet rushed after it, but none could match its speed. Enemy warships opened fire. The old flagship never turned away. It crashed into the center of the gate. A blinding wall of blue light exploded across the stars. The enemy fleet disappeared. The void closed. The war was over. Months later, monuments of Captain Elias Ward and the crew of Aegis stood on every major world. Children learned the true story of humanity, the forgotten race that had saved the galaxy twice. Far beyond known space, inside complete darkness, a small green light suddenly blinked. An ancient human beacon quietly transmitted one message: hope survives.